Good morning to all of you students. Today I would like to discuss another important theorem in groups. The statement of the theorem is a non-empty complex H of a group is a subgroup of G if and only if 1 A belong to H, B belong to H implies AB belong to H. 2. A belong to H implies A inverse belong to H. So, in this theorem, H is a complex. When do you say this complex H is a subgroup? If the two conditions given satisfied, then H becomes a subgroup of G. Now we prove this. So if you observe the statement of the theorem, there is one clause, if and only if. If and only if means both ways implied. So if H should be a subgroup, the conditions have to be satisfied. If the conditions are satisfied, H is a subgroup. So we have to prove both. So these are called necessary and sufficient conditions. First, the conditions are necessary. Means if H is a subgroup, the given conditions are satisfied, 1 and 2. So let H be a subgroup of the group G. To prove that 1, 2 are true. So H is generally a subgroup. Subgroup itself is a group. So by closure property we have A comma B belong to H implies AB belong to H. Because H is a group, closure property is satisfied, and that itself is the first condition. So first condition is true. By inverse property we have A belong to H implies A inverse belong to H. Because H is a group, inverse property will be satisfied. If A is an element of H, A inverse is also an element of H. So therefore, the two conditions 1 and 2 are satisfied if H is a subgroup. So necessary conditions are proved. Now, the condition is sufficient. Let 1 and 2 be true. So this time, let us take the two conditions 1 and 2 are true. Now we have to prove that H is a subgroup of G. By 1, closure property is true in H because condition 1 is true. What is condition 1? If A comma B belong to H, AB belongs to H. That is true. So closure property is satisfied. 2. The elements of H are also elements of G. You know that H is a subgroup. That is what we are proving. So elements of H are also elements of G because H is a subset of G. Since G is a group, the composition in G is associated. So because G is a group, associative property will be satisfied in G. And therefore, composition in H is also associative. 3. Since H is non-empty, let A belong to H. Therefore, by property 2, A inverse belong to H. Therefore, A belong to H, comma A inverse belong to H implies A inverse belong to H. Why? Because A is an element of H, A inverse is an element of H. So, A inverse will be in H, closure property. Since A inverse belong to H implies A inverse belong to G. Because A inverse is an element of H, it is also an element of G. That implies A inverse is equal to E, where E is the identity element in G. So therefore E belongs to H. That implies E is identity element of H. So identity property is satisfied. Since we have A belong to H implies A inverse belong to H, and A inverse is equal to E. That means every element of H possesses inverse in H. Hence, H itself is a group for the composition in G. So H is a subgroup of G. That is how we prove the theorem. You take this observation, if the operation in H is plus, then the conditions in the above theorem can be stated as follows. So normally we take binary operation as multiplication. Suppose the binary operation is plus, that property 1, A belong to H, B belong to H implies A plus B belong to H because plus is binary operation. Similarly, second property, A belong to H implies minus A belong to H because minus A is inverse of A if addition is the binary operation. Now I prove another theorem which is very important in subgroups. Take the statement of the theorem. H is a non-empty complex of a group G. The necessary and sufficient condition for H to be a subgroup of G is A comma B belong to H implies A B inverse belong to H, where B inverse is inverse of B in G. So the statement is H is a non-empty complex, G is group. So the necessary and sufficient condition for H to be a subgroup is if A comma B belong to H, A B inverse should be in H. Okay, this is a very important thing. So we prove this as usual. This is a necessary and sufficient condition. So first we prove necessary condition, then we prove sufficient condition. The condition is necessary. Since H is a group by itself, because G is a group, H is subgroup. So subgroup itself is a group. A belong to H, B belong to H implies B inverse belong to H. Because H is a group, when B is in H, B inverse is also in H. So A is an element of H. B belong to H implies A B inverse belong to H. So A is one element, B inverse is another element. So A B inverse will be in H, where B inverse is inverse of B in G. So this proves necessary condition. That implies A B inverse belong to H by closure property. A is an element of H and B inverse is an element of H. A B inverse belong to H. Now we prove condition is sufficient. Since H not equal to 5, 5 means null set, H is non-empty set, there must be at least one element in H. Let A belong to H. By hypothesis, A belong to H, comma B belong to H implies AB inverse belong to H. That is true. So A belong to H, A inverse belong to H implies AA inverse belong to H. But H is a subgroup, so AA inverse belong to G. But in G, A belong to G implies AA inverse is equal to E. So therefore, when A is an element of G, AA inverse will be equal to E, identity element. E is the identity in G. Therefore, E belong to H. Identity property in H is satisfied. 3. We have E belong to H, A belong to H implies E A inverse belong to H. Why? Because E is an element of H, A is an element of H. A inverse belong to H. So EA inverse belong to H. But EA inverse is equal to A inverse. So A inverse belong to H. So we started with A belong to H and we proved A inverse belong to H. So inverse property is satisfied. Likewise, B belong to H implies B inverse belong to H. A belong to H, B belong to H implies A, B inverse belong to H. That implies A, B inverse whole inverse belong to H. Implies A, B belong to H. Hence, closure property is satisfied. Now coming to 4, since all the elements of H are in G, and since the composition is associative in G, the composition is associative in H. Therefore, H is a group for the composition in G, and hence H is a subgroup. Thank you.